Alright, we might be skipping soon. I can't remember when Usagi shows up, but I'll be skipping through all that explanation again. Mornings turn to nights and back again as the days continue to pass. At first, we were all on high alert, waiting for something to happen. Despite our expectations, our lives continued peacefully. Before long, we all started getting restless. A week goes by and Kurasuba's wounds have healed. We decide to take advantage of that and venture out. What's Hikage doing now? Is Kaguya alright? We sneak into our old hideout in search of answers, but there's nothing and no one there. I've had more than enough of all these uneventful days. Nothing is changing. It's quite the opposite. As always, they make sure I'm asleep before the three of them start talking. Every night I hear their lowered voices. The faint sounds of their conversations are like annoying bugs buzzing away in my ears. Whenever it happens, I embrace my solitude and flee into the world of sleep. I wonder where the branch is going to be. And then without warning, those days of solitude come to an end because I summoned a bunny girl. There she is. Okay. So, how are we doing? Because we're talking about the plan, basically. Yeah, so they're gonna take care of it and tell me I'm being all innocent and nonsense. We can just skip all this. This is my choice, right? Okay. I think, is this? Hold on, I need to check the flowchart. I know chapter 6, the third part is where, it is here. Okay, so this is the branch. Okay. I think this is what leads to Monshiro's endings, so with that in mind, I'll pick the option I haven't picked yet. That should unlock the new branch. Let's just wait and see for now. None of us knows what Hikage is thinking. If possible, I want to mentally prepare myself.
Taniuri. Yeah. He didn't say we had to come right away, so we don't have to rush it.
I agree. If we're gonna fight, we need a plan.
Yes. We can wait a while.
What was with that last look at the end, Monshiro? What's the purpose of collecting the kaleidoscope shards? Will it really bring us back to our own world? I have so many questions, but it's too soon to face him. And most of all, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to confront him while there are so many unknowns. Solitude and doubt will slow down our decision-making. You hear that, guys? Solitude and doubt. Maybe don't shut me out. Yamato suggests that we all take a rest for now, so we decided to go to sleep. There's no bed or pillow in the greenhouse, so each of us finds a comfortable spot to lie down. I choose a patch of grass near a flower bed and gaze upwards. There's so much I have to figure out, but I just can't seem to think clearly. Everyone is close to me, but they seem so far away. It's quiet. Like we're underwater. Is this what it feels like to be alone? I'm not tired at all. A white butterfly flutters into my line of sight. I watch it go from flower to flower. As I do, I catch sight of something else. Monshiro?
Oh,
Is something wrong? Do you need something from me? He looks at me as if he's trying to say something. Do you want to come over here?
yes.
He nods, quickly snuggling up to me as if he had been waiting. I can't take you seriously with that smile, dude. Oh, my goodness, you look like you're up to no good. We sit quietly next to one another. He's not saying anything. He usually doesn't say a whole lot, but he does talk to me often. But right now, I feel at ease just being together. I know he can't tell me why, but I wish I could see his face while we're talking. I sneak a glance at him and notice the pendant on his chest. The inlaid stone is an obsidian color. It's totally black. I feel anxious just looking at it. Monshiro, is that okay?
That?
Your pendant, I mean. It's so dark. Do you feel sick at all? Like, nauseous or anything?
I'm fine.
Really? But won't you become a monster if it turns completely black? Thinking back, Yamato's stone was this color when he turned too.
It's okay.
Is it really? He's defeated countless monsters by this point. Monshiro, you've been here at least 10 years, right? How have you stayed safe for that long?
Because of the ribbon, I think.
You mean this one? I take out his ribbon and place it in my palm. The pale violet fabric seems to glow even in the absence of light.
This ribbon protected me. When I was attacked by the masked ones, and when I was so lonely I could have died. No matter how harsh things became, or how deadly a situation could be, I had hope. Hope that one day I would be able to return your ribbon to you. You gave this to me. I cherished it in the hopes of one day returning it to you.
I gave this to you?
Yeah. You don't remember?
I'm sorry, I don't.
It's fine. I'm just glad I was able to return it.
But if it has such power, maybe you should hold on to it.
I want you to. I'm done with it.
For an instant, I feel as though he was frowning from behind his mask. Why do you keep talking as if his mask is still there? I mean, it's shattered, right? Am I missing something? Is she talking about the mask that he's now putting on his face as opposed to, like, the physical mask? Am I missing something? I reach out to see, but he gently deflects my hand. I try to touch you, and you're like, no, let me touch you instead. Alright.
Let me touch you.
Huh? I tell you, these twin brothers are just, like, so huggy. They like to glomp onto you. Okay, so he doesn't have the mask. I'm really confused. Anyway, before I can respond, he embraces me. His faint body heat lights a fire in my heart. Monshiro? Is something wrong? He called me by my real name just now. That's true, he did. Monshiro! In my surprise, I try to push him away, but he pulls me back with an even firmer grasp. The pressure is suffocating, and the sorrowful air about him confounds me.
You're so warm. It's like hugging the sun.
It is?
Ever since I came here, it was as though I was trapped beneath cold, dark water.
Well, considering the circumstances of what happened when we were kids, I guess that makes sense.
Like at the ocean floor, covered by a sheet of ice in midwinter. The years felt like an eternity. I couldn't talk, laugh, or even touch anyone. I had long forgotten what it felt like to be warm.
Monshiro.
When all of you came here, I remembered everything I had forgotten. You let me feel warmth once again. I was overjoyed. Warmth is happiness.
He speaks haltingly, his tone a mixture of happiness and sorrow. He squeezes me so hard I feel as though I might break. He probably doesn't know his own strength. Each word he utters makes it clearer and clearer just how alone he was. When our skin touches, I can sense his long, solitary journey. He was alone for so long. He must have been lonely. Lonelier than I have ever felt. Oh, Monshiro. He slowly turns to face me.
You gave the warmth back to me, so I want to send you back to your world. That's why
What? Is that why you gave her the ribbon? You're just like, this gave me hope to return it to you. Now it is complete. I've known what warmth is again. This will protect you till you get back, because I've been here too long. I'm going to give myself over to the abyss. Is that what you're doing, Monshiro? You're coming back with me, sir. You're waking up from that coma, if it's the last thing I do. Although, I am going for the Psychedelica ending first, the Monshiro ending. What is that going to entail? Oh no. I is scared now. He stops himself before going any further. He gives me one final squeeze before letting go. Don't let go. With our bodies separated, we gaze at one another, searching, longing for more contact. I don't know what he's thinking right now. But the desire he had to say something seems to have disappeared. It's clear that he has done what he needed to do. What were you about to say? I feel like it's something I have to know. He doesn't answer. He only turns away. Gosh darn you, Monshiro. Wait! One more thing. You said you'll send us back to our world. But aren't you going to come with us? He twitches slightly, and then looks directly at me with his clear eyes. And screams internally.
Always have hope, no matter what happens. Never give up.
What is that supposed to mean?
Good night.
Monshiro turns his back to leave, cutting me short. Gosh dang you, Monshiro! Cryptic fox boy.
The night goes on. Takuya, Aki, they're both asleep.
Are we seeing this from your perspective? Hold on a minute.
I can go now.
So, Wait. I'm going through my databanks. I'm processing. I don't think we've had another instance of seeing something from the guy's perspective in this game. I mean, we've had the guys, like, talk about stuff in the past, but nothing that's been, like, current, where they're, like, having inner thoughts and things, I don't think. Alright. Cryptic Fox Boy gets more mysterious by the second.
After taking another look at their sleeping faces, I brush aside the plant so I can go to her. She's got a little wrinkle in her brow. Maybe she's having a bad dream. I move in to touch her, but I stop short after lifting up her bangs. In that case, I lightly touch my lips to her forehead.
Gosh, I'm getting Keisuke-san on feels all of a sudden.
Her expression softens, and the wrinkle is gone. A good luck charm for you. A charm to ward off bad dreams, and to give myself courage.
Oh, is that what we're calling that? Oh, don't you be a hero! Monshiro, no, come back here! No, come back! Don't you dare be a hero! I didn't think this is what you were gonna do, you madman.
Hikage. I probably can't win. But even so, I have to do this. I will take back the kaleidoscope and send her back to her original world.
You baka! This is ridiculous! This is nonsense!
I step out into the hallway, and I spot several clusters of black butterflies, spaced at regular intervals leading down the hall. This must be the sign that Usagi mentioned. They give off an ominous light, illuminating the path. I look down at the dull glow coming from the pendant on my chest. I don't care what happens to me. Steeling myself, I make my way towards the lord of this castle.
Oh boy. Oh, this is bad news bears.
So, this is where Hikage is waiting. Black butterflies gather in front of a particularly large door. I reach out to touch the handle, concealed by a swarm of fluttering wings. The butterflies instantly disperse, and I slowly pull the door open.
It's so weird. These two having the final showdown together. Good grief.
Hello there, Monshiro. Or would you prefer Kazuya? Hikage. The final room at the end of an endless hallway. A garish light shines down on the spot where the familiar-looking man stands. I've come for the kaleidoscope. Hand it over. You came all the way here just to say that. I guess you've got time to joke around now that you're with your little pals. It's no joke. I'm serious. I take out my gun and aim it at his heart. His only reaction is a cold-blooded smile. You think you can win just because you're pointing that thing at me? No, I don't. Stupidity, then. Sure. Call me what you want. Even if it costs me my life, if I can kill you, the kaleidoscope will still remain. And if that allows the others to go home. Self-sacrifice. How irritating. Those fated to die all want to go out in a blaze of glory. A selfish way of thinking, and one well suited to you. You should know, though, what awaits you is not the peace of death. What does that mean? That thing on your chest is looking rather dark, no? You know what happens to souls that become tinged with despair. They transform into ugly monsters and plunge into the abyss. It's not the other side. They are dragged into an unknown world. No one knows what that place is. No one has ever returned from it, you see. You might end up there. It could be even lonelier than here. You will be all alone again, in a dark world with no one else. Yes, complete and utter solitude. He walks toward me with booming footsteps. Stay back! If you won't hand it over, I'll take it by force! Hikage, give me the kaleidoscope! You know what, Kazuya? This kaleidoscope has taken so long. No. Long doesn't even begin to describe it. It has taken nearly an eternity to gather the shards necessary. Don't you think it'd be rather inconsiderate of you to steal something so precious of mine? You used us to gather the shards all along. That's a bit of a misunderstanding. I didn't use you. I had you cooperate with me. You never hold back when you speak. That's why people hate you. No one understands you. No matter what you say or do, you're always alone. You see, even now.
No, I'm not the one who's alone. You are, Hikage. You may have been with them all along, but you've still been alone. No one knows the real you. That's a far lonelier existence than mine. Oh dang! Pew 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 pew! Shots fired! Get him, boy! I care about them. That's why I'm going to send them back to their world. Simple as that.
Kazuya, do you know what your precious brother thinks of you?
What are you... But all of a sudden, he dashes at me. You fool! He monologued so long he got close to you. Flicking away my gun, he closes the distance between us. Before I can regain my balance, he smiles twistedly and whispers into my ear.
Takuya detests you. Behold.
He touches my forehead, and I see an image inside my mind. Oh. He's got access to all the memories.
10 years since you first ended up in that coma.
Takuya is looking down at me as he speaks.
We used to play at that park all the time. You and me, and Aki, and Natsuki, and her. You hated going outside, so you were always indoors. But you always came to the park when you knew she was going to be there.
Is this one of Takuya's memories? Why am I sleeping in a hospital room?
I always worried about you. You're not great with words, and you had trouble making friends. You were always alone in class. That's why I was glad she finally got you to go out. And you know, I'm not sure when it started, but I found you so annoying.
What? Takuya?
Clumsy old Kazuya. She always took care of you. She was always kind to you. She was on your side way more than mine. No matter what I said, she always listened to you. If only Kazuya didn't exist. I've thought that so many times. I'm the worst brother in the world. I think it even now. I've come to visit you every day since you had the accident, but you still won't wake up. You probably don't know this, but I even quit soccer. My past and my future, all shackled to you. This is my punishment. And if it has to keep going on, I wish you never existed.
No! That wasn't a full memory. You're cutting off important parts, Hikage. That's not fair. That's cheating.
That's what your brother truly thinks. No matter where you are, you're detested. You're alone. You're pitiful. You have my sympathies.
No, you're lying. Oh no, he's shrinking. I fall back a few steps, holding my head in my now empty hands. I didn't die from the accident. I'm still alive. Oh, this is how he finds out here? Dang, so he thought he was dead all this time. I mean, I can't blame him, considering this is the place between life and death. Poor boy.
That's right. You didn't even know that. but you haven't regained consciousness since the accident, and you remain asleep in the hospital, ever causing trouble for your brother. Aren't you happy to know you're alive? Would you like to return to the real world? You never had many friends. No one even wants you. That brother you care so much about, that you want to send back to the real world. He wishes you didn't even exist. That's all you're worth. That's why you're alone no matter where you go. No. No. Yes. Alone, wherever you are. Don't you think you're better off not being you? Oh, right. You can't do anything unless someone takes care of you. In that case, I'll break you in their place. I tire of you.
I look up and see the flash of his gun. And then I feel a dull pain in the back of my head. Man, that escalated quickly. What happens when you get shot in here, anyway? I guess normally you disperse into butterflies, right? And then go wherever you're going, I assume?
Kazuya! That was too close for comfort. How do you feel, Kazuya? Why? Why are you here, Natsuki?
Natsuki of all people? I was wondering where he was in that whole throne room scene.
I thought Hikage shot me. Things got a bit chaotic, but I had to leap out to get you. I hope you won't end up with a scar on your head. Natsuki shoved me out of the way.
What is the deal with you two anyway?
Are you sure it was a good idea to save me? If you oppose Hikage, he won't keep his promise to you. Don't you want to come back to life? I thought I would sacrifice anything and everything to achieve my goals. But I couldn't just stand by and let him shoot you. You're a dear old friend, after all. Natsuki smiles gently at me. But I pointed a gun at you, Natsuki. You weren't serious, I'm sure. I was serious. You were desperate to pull me away from Hikage. You weren't trying to hurt me. You were trying to make sure nobody was hurt. You just didn't do a great job getting the message across. I suppose I shouldn't be one to talk, though. Natsuki. I can't help but laugh at myself. Natsuki. Huh? You're always like that. You see through everything. You know everything about me and the others. You always see everything that goes on. Even on that day. You tried to stop everyone from going to the manor, but none of us listened to you. And then the rain flooded the lake, and I got swept into the water. Natsuki, you're too kind. You know everything, but you just stand back and smile at everyone. Why don't you ever blame us? We dragged you into this mess. Why did you help us? That's not how it is at all! Yes, it is! You fell into the water and drowned because of me. You never would have had to worry about being revived. You could have stayed alive all along. If only I didn't exist. Kazuya, why did your pendant change to that color? It's true. I do want to live. After a few moments of silence, Natsuki lets the black droplet fall. I wish I could have traded places with you. I'd be better equipped to support her. Natsuki? That's why... I want you to trade places with me. That's honestly what I want.
What is happening? This is nuts.
The object hanging from my neck cracks, and my arm begins to shiver. The shiver spreads across my whole body, and I can practically hear myself shaking. He always wanted me gone. Takuya and Natsuki. Do they hate me? And Aki? And... I, too? I see. So that's how it is. It's just like Hikage said. I'm better off gone.
Oh no. Oh no. What's happening? Oh no. My boy. And Natsuki, what the heck? So was that... Oh man. I just envisioned like a dark timeline of... Was that how Hikage was going to help Natsu? Was he going to trade his soul for Monshiro's? And then Natsuki would have woken up in Monshiro's body and just like take... That would have been so weird. Because he couldn't have got his body back. And there doesn't seem to be anybody else. Well, except for us. Like, all of us are in comas. I don't... Man. Huh. I gotta chew on that for a bit. Huh? Is something the matter? The next day after I wake up, I can't help but feel as though something is off.
How do I put this?
One problem after another, huh? A problem?
Ugh.
The two of them look back and forth at one another and frown awkwardly.
Well, basically...
One of us is gone. I wonder who. What?
When I went to go wake up Monshiro, he was gone. I searched the entire greenhouse, but he's not here.
Maybe he just slept somewhere else.
I thought so too, but like I said, I checked everywhere. He's not here.
If he's playing hide and seek, I give up. Monshiro is gone? Why?
I wouldn't think anybody grabbed him. Gotta assume he went out on his own.
He went out alone at night?
Maybe specifically because it was night. He might be doing something behind our backs. I don't get it though. What's that guy thinking?
Monshiro. I remember the last time we saw each other. Last night, right before we went to sleep.
I want to send you back to your world.
That was the last thing he said. Our world?
Huh? What did you say?
Last night, Monshiro came to me and said he wanted to send us back to our world. He didn't say he'd go with us, though, and I asked him why not. He wouldn't answer.
What?
The kaleidoscope connects our world to the in-between, and right now it's in Hikage's possession. You don't think he went to face Hikage alone, do you? Wait a sec, Benny. Let's just stay calm. But what if something happened to Monshiro? It won't do us any good if you panic. Yamato, too. You both need to stay calm.
What? Me?
You're overprotective of Monshiro. He might be your little brother, but he's not a kid anymore. He doesn't say it in a mocking way. He's honestly trying to calm Yamato down. Kurosaba lets out a deep sigh. You're hopeless, man. Always making Benny Yuri worry about you. Guess we don't have any other options. I'll help you find Monshiro.
What? You will?
Better than going alone. Why don't we all go, then? Definitely a bad idea.
You need to stay here in case Monshiro comes back.
What are you talking about?
He might have just gone out for a little breather. If he comes back and finds the place empty, he's gonna freak out.
That might be true, but still.
He'd be happier with you welcoming him back, not a couple of guys.
I don't want to be the only one waiting, though.
Come on, just do it.
You guys are mean.
There's gotta be a reason why he only came to talk to you last night.
Yamato?
Anyways, you're staying, Benny Yuri. That's final.
Huh? Wait a second!
It will be fine. We'll be right back. Just stay here, okay? Come on, Yamato. Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys are hiding crap from me again, I swear. I swear you ain't subtle about it. Kurosaba and Yamato hustle out of the room. I continue to look in the direction they left. Welp.